The video you're about to see is something very rare and very special. Recently, we were invited by Devils Backbone Brewing Company out of Virginia to come taste their new beer, Wood-Aged Kilt Flasher. While we were there, we got a chance to sit down with the Brewmaster, Jason Oliver, and get some idea from him about what goes into making beer. And we asked him for a couple minutes of audio just to be able to edit and do a video for you. And he ended up giving us so much more. What we're going to show you is that interview. It is completely unedited because it really shows Jason's passion and just thought processes that go into making a great glass of beer. He also talks about a couple of their other brews that they've recently done, including a collaboration with Union Craft Brewing out of Baltimore, and their Vienna Lager, which is one of their best-selling beers and is really a great beer for anybody. So take a look. Let us know what you think of this. We have quite a few that we can show you, and we'd love to share it with you some more. So let us know in the comments what you think, and hope you enjoy watching. All right, so we're here with Jason. He's the brewmaster at Devils Backbone Brewing Company outside of Charlottesville, Virginia. Jason, this is an amazing beer that we have tonight.
Well, thank you. Well, we have a couple amazing beers, I think. You know, we have came here to release the Wood-Aged Kilt Flasher, the second Peak series release of 2016. But then we're also blessed with a kind of a local collaboration that we did with Union Craft Brewery tonight too.
One of my favorite breweries out of Baltimore, I might add. Both of these are amazing. The Kilt Flasher is really it's a Scotch ale. It's a 9%. Great malty flavor, a little bit of vanilla, nice whiskey flavor as well. Jason, what was your inspiration behind coming up with these flavors?
So I started my career actually in Baltimore back in 1996 working at the Wharf Rat / Oliver Brewing Company. And they did all English style beers. So I got my feet wet there as assistant brewer, worked there for about a year and a half. And so I've always had this love of English beers. In fact, I really love sort of some of the old school traditional beers just in general. I just love that they don't have to be crazy, that beer is just, there's all kinds of good beer out there. And I think that some of the old classics are still some of the best out there. And so when we opened up Devil's Backbone, half my career, so I started kind of doing English style beers, then I went out to brewing school, then kind of worked at a brew pub, did a little bit of everything. Then I worked at a couple breweries that were only all Germanic. So I kind of had a classical upbringing where I did breweries that were really focused, like all English beers or all German beers. And in Devil's Backbone, we do a little bit of everything, but I rely back on those traditional approaches. And so the Kilt Flasher is a Scottish-inspired wee heavier Scotch ale, and I really wanted to get some of those dark malt flavors in there, some toasted notes, some caramel notes, kind of like almost like some toffee notes in that beer. And so the wood-aged version is our Kilt Flasher, which is one of our Trailblazers. Trailblazers are seasonal releases. They're kind of they're meant to be, definitely sort of a step up from the normal beer, and the Peak is a step up from that. And the Kilt Flasher is our Scottish Wee Heavy. Now, the one we're releasing tonight is the Wood-Aged Kilt Flasher. And we age it with wood we get from a distiller in Culpeper, Virginia. And it's hand-charred oak and apple wood. And we actually put that in the beer opposed to putting the beer in the wood. And I've been using this stuff for years. I've used it even before I went to Devil's Backbone when I worked for Gordon Biersch Brewery Restaurant Group, which was one of the Germanic kind of focused breweries. I wasn't not allowed a lot of creative freedom at that job, but I had this one keg, this yeast keg, that I could open up essentially, and what I'll do is I'll essentially age some Doppelbock on this wood. I did a couple other different blends, and it was just for myself, my friends, and I would take it to the Brickskeller for tastings. That was the only place that I ever saw light. So I've been using this product for a while, and used it in this beer. And so what it really does is, what's interesting about the normal Kilt Flasher, it'll be kind of cool actually to have it side by side. Yeah. Kilt Flasher is 8% alcohol. The Wood Age is 9.1. But the normal Kilt Flasher actually has some natural vanilla notes to it that just come from the malt. It was one of those, I don't want to say dumb luck or, it was a flavor.
Happy accident.
Yeah, happy accident is a flavor that I started to notice in it. I'm like, where is this? It almost naturally tastes wood aged. The malts used created this sort of synergy, and I don't know if it was like maybe some tannins coming from the malt, and then the caramelized notes are kind of combining to give you a very wood aged effect. So, then when you take that and wood age it, it really amplifies it and really actually blends kind of very harmoniously. So we're taking a beer that almost naturally tastes wood aged and then kind of just blending in more, and it's kind of fun.
What do you think? What do you think the evolution of this would be?
The evolution of this, like where to take it to the next level?
Yeah, what's oak aged kilt flasher 2.0 look like?
Yeah, that's a great question. 2.0 would probably be now. So we're doing this, putting wood into it. Now the next step would be putting it into barrels, and just maybe we'll do something crazy too, because like barrel aging is I think blending is a big aspect of that, and so like I would love to we're gonna get a barrel aging program started. We're gonna get some expertise from Goose Island. We're gonna set a team up there. They were one of the first ones to do it, and they have the largest program, and really looking forward to that aspect of it. But I mean, I would like to actually just do a over wooded barrel where it's wood inside a barrel and just and then use that as blending purposes to really get some interest in high note or top notes in some beers too. So there's all kinds of possibilities out there in regards just the wood characteristics. This gets both toasted oak and toasted apple wood from the distillery, which actually is laden with whiskey because they pull it out of their tank before they rack it into barrels. So it's very so you're getting some of the whiskey notes, and you're getting the apple wood, which is very distinct in the oak too. 2.0, just extra wood.
Excellent. Well, I'm a big fan of Devils Backbone Brewing. They have a fantastic array of beers that are great for both the casual drinker, but then also the full-on beer geek. Jason, what kind of beers would you recommend would be a great introduction for the beer fan that's not familiar with Devil's Backbone?
So our best seller is our Vienna Lager, and it's actually kind of a beer that's taken on a life of its own. It's an amber-hued lager. It's about 5.1% alcohol. It's just like, it's a beer that I say gives you a lot without taking anything from you. So it has great kind of chestnut hue to it. So it has a really nice, inviting, really warm and welcoming color. So it's not too light, it's not too dark. It's a nice semi-malty beer, but it's not too sweet. So it has a lot of flavor, but it's not too sweet, and it's not too bitter. It's this beer that goes so well with all kinds of food. It's a very versatile beer. So for beer dinners, which I do a fair amount, it's a great beer to include in a beer dinner. It's very diverse, and it's just what foods it works with. But it's just so approachable, and so it's found this niche between beer aficionado and normal beer drinker, where maybe sort of a person is just like, he likes to drink something local, and he's curious, and he tries the Vienna Lager. It's something that gives him a lot of flavor, but it's easy to drink. Where then you can have the really beer aficionado. That's their go-to beer. They might have some really great 750s in the fridge, but they'll have a 6-pack of Vienna too. It's a great, just kind of just very. It's a go-to beer. It really is a great beer that, like I said, gives you a lot, but doesn't take anything from you. It doesn't weigh you down. It doesn't overwhelm your palate. It's not too sweet. And it's just it has this old world charm to it. It has this continuity. That one aspect I love about, say, some of those traditional or old world styles is that they're kind of timeless in many ways. I was a history major, so I really love the culture of beer. I really love the history of beer, and I love that kind of timelessness of beer. And I like to say, beer is kind of transcendent in a way that it can transcend, time and space. It can take you somewhere. So it can take you to a different place. So some of those traditional beers, may just for a minute might take you to old world Europe. But then some of the eclectic beers, they're taking you to a different realm altogether. Yeah. So like the Blagengeich, with Union, I'm not sure where this is taking me, but it's taking me somewhere good.
Oh, this is tremendous beer. The collaboration with Union, two of my favorite breweries combined into one glass. I love it. The Kilt Flasher this evening is amazing, and Jason, I can't wait to see what else you guys are putting out, what the next beer is. So thank you very much for sharing this with us.
My pleasure.
And this is great stuff. And if you can find Devils Backbone Brewing beer, they're big on the East Coast, but are expanding rapidly. Definitely look them up. Find it in your local retailer.
And so currently our footprint, we started as a brew pub just southwest of Charlottesville, Virginia, in 2008. We opened up a production facility in Lexington, Virginia in 2012. And that's where we bottle and keg. That's our large brewery. But we have two locations, full service brew pub southwest of Charlottesville, taste room at the brewery, offer tours, great place to visit. But our footprint is in Virginia, North Carolina, Eastern Tennessee, West Virginia, DC, and Maryland. So that's the footprint we're going to be in for 2016. 2017 we'll expand from the center outwards, go into Pennsylvania, Ohio, if not all of it, maybe the eastern half, Delaware, and New Jersey, potentially New York. So,
only good things to come. So,
great.
Well, thank you, Jason. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
All
Cheers.
Right.